Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And this is not a good start. That kick falls just short of the landing zone, and this opening drive is going to begin from the 40. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running left is Robinson. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's weird coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Penix here from the gun. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
McCole Hardman now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, color.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
That's cut by Hollywood Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now it's 2nd down. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Has him on the quick hitter. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
Hey, 15.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. They'll have the 1st down and even more. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
15, yellow.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. surprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Motion man sent left. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chain. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll run it with Pacheco. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Chiefs lining up to take a shot at 2.
43! 43!
Putting a receiver in motion. And he gets in. The two-point try puts him in front by 1. 8-7. They come up with a touchdown of their own, and then, I love this, a little one-upping by scoring on the two-point try to take the lead.
Yeah, you love it because you didn't have to make that call. The coach did. But clearly, they don't want to play from behind. They want to be the one dictating. And now, well, now they've got to do it the rest of the way.
So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, here's Penix. He's trying to push the field. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Penix on first down. Has it at the 7. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Here's Robinson. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Offense up to the line fast. Robinson. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out in third and short.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. So now from a bit further back, here's third and goal.
Let's go.
Penix working from the gun. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on third and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on fourth down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
To kick it away, here's Pinion. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow. Martin.
A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Martin.
It's Pacheco again. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. And it's the Chiefs with 3rd and 5.
Yellow.
Tight end going in motion here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Now a give left side to Pacheco. And they had that one contained right at the line. David Onyemata there for the stop.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. Dukes out a 1-stop. Good running here. He's across the 15. With some fancy footwork there for the touchdown. The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock, and how about that effort there to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that helps finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
Here's Avery Williams on the return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq.
From the shotgun, Penix. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are finally stopped on the return, but they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay.
Hey, color.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. That finds Hunt complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Richie Grant. And the Falcons get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Hardman with a return. He's got a lane up past the 30. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Second and 13. Finds him over the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. D. Alford getting there for the stop.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He'll get this one to Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Yellow.
They kick the running back in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And it falls incomplete. Went for the deep ball there, but just couldn't connect.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Now he takes it. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
Working inside the red zone. That's complete. Here's Brown. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up.
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. Reed now to kick this one away. This one doesn't make the landing zone, so this drive's going to start at the 40. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing from the pistol, Penix. Connects on the crosser. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Penix now on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Penix here from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a first. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. He gets a couple on first. Penix. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Juke the defender. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Working quickly here. Throwing Penix. Falconz isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running room. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those 2, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. Trying for it with Penix. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Hardman with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
Play action, Mahomes. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
A give right side. Here's Pacheco. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Yellow.
They'll send him over right.
Right side.
Pacheco does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line.
Fifteen. Right side.
They'll try to run with Pacheco. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. Hits it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know these special teams coaches spend all week trying to find a little weakness, and I guess they saw something on film they may have liked. But I think this serves as a reminder, if you want to get to, try the conversion from the 2-yard line next time.
Reed now to kick this one away. McLeod now returning it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Penix. Escapes the pocket. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Creed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Now to throw. That's caught for the first. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy. You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off. So everything comes down to this onside kick with less than a minute to go. And the Chiefs are able to make that recovery. That should lock up this win.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Far side.
Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. He put some juice on it. Wide open,